Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so grateful that you decided to join us today with Eugena Bring from Carnation Cleaning in Mesa, Arizona. But you know what? I'm going to immediately just let Eugena tell you about herself, how many years you've been in business, your number of jobs per day, your number of repeat clients, your number of cleaners, and your staff.
Yes. Hi. As Sharon said, I am Eugena Bring. I started Carnation Home Cleaning back in 1991 here in Mesa, Arizona. We currently do around 22 to 26 homes per day with 238 repeat clients. Our cleaners that we have them work in teams of 2. So we have 6 teams and they go back to the same homes on a regular schedule all the time. So, which is very nice and convenient. In our office, we have 2 full-time, one that does all the scheduling and the other does all the payables, receivables, HR, payroll, that kind of stuff. And then we do have one part-time backroom cleaner concierge. She's the one that gets all of the towels, chemicals, make sure all the company cars, everything is good to go every morning. So
perfect. So you made this decision. You were my first purchaser when this thing was not even online, but you wanted it. You were on chat, as a matter of fact, and you wanted it like that day because you had done something rather critical in your company. You want to tell everybody why you wanted it that day? What were you trying to fill?
Yeah, so at that time I had just lost my field manager, and her primary duty was to go around and check the quality of the cleans, making sure that all the girls were doing the right thing, the homeowners were happy and whatnot. So with losing her, I was really worried that I would not have that quality in the field. But now with the house cleaners training program, it's really nice because the employees have it at their access on their cell phones at all times. So they can always resort back looking at it. So it's really keeps everybody on task without having to have that extra salary position.
Okay, so let's talk about how you use it. And let's in particular talk about a new employee. Experienced or non-experienced, you might want to talk about the difference. But how do you onboard this employee and where does this fit into that structure?
Yeah, so after we'd gone through all the interviewing face-to-face, the phone interviews and everything, we have them come in. Once they're hired, we have them come in for 2 days, usually. It'd be day 1 where they would come in and they would do an office tour, meet the staff at the office, do their tax paperwork and everything. And then they would complete the employee handbook, all the paperwork of everything. We would go through and assign them a locker, which is a cubby that they keep all of their success tools in, which is like their feather duster, their whisk broom and whatnot. So we go through all that stuff, give them their company shirts, their house shoes, all those success tools. And then we go out in the field and meet a team in a customer's home and just observe them, just to get them a little bit more comfortable and see what we do coming and going out of homes. Then I pretty much send them home with the house cleaners training program. So they're day 2, or usually they're excited and they do it right away that night. They'll go on and they'll look at the program and they'll go through. And I always have them start at that time with the dusting and have them perfect that. But they do have access to the bathrooms and the kitchen. So they can kind of, out of their third eye, of course, we all have, they'll keep an eye and see what is going on in the rest of the house. So it works out really good. Then once they've perfected their dusting, we go ahead and we move them on and cross-train them into the bathrooms. And then the final would be the kitchen. So it's been really nice.
You've always used the core training DVDs. What has added to that?
Well, there's all the process and procedures, and now I'm able to not only put my own logo on it, but I'm able to customize all the verbiage and the usage of what products we're using or not using. Really specialize it right to what we do and don't do.
So Eugenia, after they learned all this the night before and they get to the office the next morning, I assume they go right out in the field. Is that correct?
That is correct. They go out in the field as a third on a team of 2. That way, the senior team leader, who is our trainer in the field, she can actually monitor and watch, make sure that they have all the steps down in the correct order, and is there to help them if they don't. So
I guess my bottom line question would be, what do they feel about it? Because they're going to have the most impact from this.
The trainer loves it because they're coming into it with a great idea of how things should really flow.
Okay. Do they remember the products? Do you know, like, since it's in your manual, when they get out in the field, do they know what to grab?
Yeah, it's a lot easier for them since we do have a minimal amount of products, but the ones that we do have, it's important that you're using the right one on the right surface.
So we've been talking a lot about the products and the tools, and for the sake of the audience, because you know it so well, it's really split into watching the old core video, then watching the process, and everything is now being broken into steps. So it's very easy to say, okay, you start with this, you go to this, you go to this. And it is a bilingual gal doing that. Then we go to the manual, and that is products, tools, and actions that they use after they learn the process. But they need to be yours. So you have to go in and edit that, right? Is it difficult, and how long did that take you?
Yeah, so editing the manuals, it was very simple to do. And I think each one probably took me maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours at tops, just if you want to be real detailed with it.
Okay.
So very simple.
Did you find do your people really read that manual? I mean, I had owners ask me, well, they really read that manual. Do they?
Yeah, they do, because there's a test with it. So it's to their benefit, right?
Exactly. Well, yeah, hopefully they can't pass the test without reading the manual. Okay.
Right.
And how difficult is it for you to to get your employees hooked up to your information, and how easy is it for your employees to access it?
Oh, very simple. Any browser on any cell phone, you can pull it up. So, and it's very simple to log in and use. It's super simple steps.
Okay. And how is it on a cell phone? Is it easy to read and to use on a cell phone?
Yes, it is.
Good.
It's very easy on the cell phones.
Okay. So there are 3 courses and 4 lessons per course. Do you use it all?
Eventually, yes, we do. We start with each segment. We'll start with the dusting.
Okay.
And then we move on and cross-train into the bathrooms and then into the kitchens.
But you do show them all 4 courses for each, all 4 lessons for each course.
Right.
So obviously time is money, and we need to get them out in the field rapidly, especially if somebody quit the day before. So if they go home at night and decide, hey, I don't want to do this at night, I'm going to do it in the morning, how long does it take them to go through that course?
For somebody who's never cleaned before, it kind of seems like it's quicker, maybe just a couple hours. Whereas somebody who has cleaned before, it tends to take a little bit longer because they're needing to retrain themselves on the habits they've already learned in the past.
Interesting. I'm very interested.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So is that making your overall training time less, more, or the same?
Much less. We are moving it from an all-day 2 in the office to they take it home and do it at home.
Okay.
2-3 hours study time there, and they can go right to work on day 3.
Okay. So have you been able to tell yet whether or not it's had an impact on their speed? Like, are they faster out of the hopper, and how is the quality out of the hopper?
Yeah, so the last employees that have gone through this new program came on, and the senior trainer is amazed at how much they already know and how much easier it is. And they don't have to take quite so much time in the homes to learn, the process when they're first starting compared to just sending them out without any training.
Does their speed seem to build faster, the same, or, I mean, hopefully not slower, but does their speed seem
much faster? They seem to be up and running within a couple days of
But yeah.
supervision as opposed to a week.
But after like a couple of days, does it get any better, or is it just kind of like plateaued there?
Oh no, it continues to get better and better.
Okay.
Every day, every house, the more they do it.
Good.
But they're starting out with a great platform.
Well, true. I hope so anyway.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So they're already now they're starting here instead of down, here.
Yeah.
So it's easier to raise them up.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And as more of your employees start using it, and again, once they remember it, it will help to also make it go a lot faster. So, and you said you sent that out to your current employees.
Correct. All of my employees have it. I have them always with access to it.
So I'm going to open up this can of worms. And if you don't want to talk about it, I get it. We'll cut it out. But you said, what should I do about employees who feel like they should be paid to rewatch something that they've forgotten? Where are you at in that, Eugena?
Oh, I have it going both ways. Right now, it seems like they're all pretty excited about watching it again and going through it because we changed some stuff and made some really cool new features to it. So they're excited to go on it and look at it.
Okay.
Plus, all the new employees are spot on. They're doing it right. So they want to make sure that they're still doing it right.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
Have everybody doing the same thing.
Yes, I think so too. Well, I think what's important is you're doing it the best way you possibly can. And if that is the best way you possibly can, then why wouldn't everybody do it that way? That would be more my question, So it's figuring out what the best way is. That's what it really is. Okay, so thank you. Is there anything you want to add to our audience that they might want to hear?
Oh my gosh. If you've looked at it before, look at it again, because actually house cleaners training with what was core, it's still good. It was good then, it's even better now. So definitely take another look at it. I'm sure it'll be a good fit.
Okay, yeah, lots of people say they have core, so why would they want this? Can you answer that?
Oh, way different. They need to look at it.
Okay.
It's for our younger people and the way things are advancing now, it's more state-of-the-art technology. Videos are great. It's really good stuff. So I'm excited for the market to pick up and we can hire like we used to and get more people on it. So
yeah, I think that would help. I mean, if you have employees, I think you'll get them out there much faster with it. So we'll keep looking for that. Well, Eugena, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Hopefully our audience will get some feel. I assume that they can call you if they'd like to chat.
Sure.
I'd like to close with something probably unusual, but when Eugena and I started talking today, she had just gotten off the phone with Maid Central. And I don't normally do a plug for somebody else. I'm trying to sell my own thing. But I'm shocked that when I talked to Eugena a few weeks ago, she had never heard of Maid Central. So I just assumed everybody did. So anybody who's watching this, I'm not bad-mouthing any software programs out there, but sometimes people put 14 years into it, they've wrapped a bow around it, and I do think that's Maid Central. Eugena, you want to spend 30 seconds and tell people why you move so fast on that too?
The biggest reason I signed up with them instantly was because right now I'm running 4.5 different programs. I can just pretty much do it all right on theirs. And everyone else's program is made for such a larger market. It's got all different kinds of industries. Whereas theirs, it's residential house cleaning, Sharon. It's amazing. I'm so thankful that you told me about it because I would have never known about it. I just feel like I'm in my own little world here and you give me all these great tips and employees are going to love it. having that on their phone and having the training on their phone, the two of them together are going to make a really, I'm sure they're going to make a big difference. I'm excited to see where I am a year from now with these two new programs.
Good. And
So.
still being able to work away from your office, hopefully, because I know that is your goal.
Right.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
my goal, yes, is to have my office on any beach in the country.
Well, you were for a little while before COVID, you were staying at home taking care of your grandchild. So hopefully we will get back to that again with the help of your two new software pieces.
I know, it'd be great. Very exciting.
Good, good. Well, again, thank you for your time, and we will look forward to your next interview.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon.